Welcome to San Antonio, in the heart of Texas, with just days to go until Americans elect their next president of the United States. And whichever way it goes, it will be an historic election. Either Hillary Clinton will become the first woman president, or Donald Trump will go from celebrity outsider to winning the keys to the White House. We're here on the world-famous Riverwalk in San Antonio at the Republic of Texas restaurant to find out how young voters are making up their minds. We have some chips and salsa on the go and a group of people ready to talk, so it's time to ask, Trump versus Clinton, how do you decide? We have people here from across Texas representing a range of different views, so we're going to get things started with Roman. Just introduce yourself for us and tell us how you're planning to vote.
Well, my name is Roman, and I'm a photographer, and I'm voting for Trump.
Tell us why.
Well, Trump, to me, is the outsider in politics, and for me, the ultimate reason I'm voting for him is because when he will put someone in office, in a position of power, it will be for reasons that he feels this person can get the job done, not because of political ties or donations or anything like that.
So he's not a politician, and that's important to you?
Yes, that's ultimately why I'm voting for him.
Do you think he is qualified, though?
He's qualified on a lot of regards, and if he feels like he can't get something, he doesn't know something, he will look for help. And I know he has the humility to do that.
Okay, he has the right temperament, do you think? Yeah?
Yes, I believe so.
He doesn't get angry too often?
Well,
Fly off the handle?
Well, I think whenever he started doing The Apprentice, he became very Hollywood. He started to go over the top because he felt like that's what gets people's attention. I feel like he's more of a calmer person inside than what he shows.
Okay, and Hakeem, you're also a Trump supporter, but for different reasons, right?
Yes. Oh, my name is Joaquin Pistacacci. I'm from McAllen, Texas, down right by the border, literally about 8 miles. And I'm voting for Trump primarily because I believe in our national sovereignty. To me, it is so important that we, one, protect our borders, and we don't export our jobs.
Do you want him to build the wall that he says he's going to build?
Yes, and as a Hispanic, I've had many questions, and it's important to go out and get different perspectives. I speak to different businessmen who deal with many people who come here and work in the fields and produce, and they tell me firsthand, Joaquin, we need that wall. We'll be there working. We see people crossing over. I talk to Border Patrol agents. They tell me the same thing. We need Trump.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Some really passionate views there. I'll let you tuck into some food, and just going to pop across to the other side of the room and speak to Myra over here, because I know that you feel a little differently about that same issue, right?
I feel very differently about that issue. Immigration is my top issue. The fact that we have a fence and building a wall are entirely different things. The fact that 1,600 Border Patrol officers have already endorsed Trump speaks about the issue of drugs. The drugs that are being transported across the border are not one and the same with undocumented immigrants. 15 million families will be broken as a result of Trump being elected, which he will not.
I guess Trump supporters might say there is a difference between legal and illegal immigration, and why should anyone have a problem with stopping illegal immigration into the United States?
We already have undocumented immigrants in America. We need to repair the system, not further break it.
Andres, you're sat there listening. I know you're a Trump supporter, but for different reasons to do with the economy. We'll get onto that. But where do you stand on his stance on immigration? Pretty strong.
My concern with immigration is that, yes, there are 15 million people who are illegally in this country taking jobs that are from Americans, that Americans should be having. And if we allow that to happen, it's going to end our economy, in my position, and that's why it ends up summing back up to my interests, which is really the economy. There are 95 million people who are out of the workplace right now. There's Hispanic. If you go just locally in San Antonio, 50% of the people, if you on the south side, don't even graduate from high school, and 80% of them are Hispanic. And so we're going to turn to a lady who's been in the office for 30 years to come and solve new issues we're dealing with now? I mean, it wouldn't make sense.
Fatima, you're listening to that. Tell us a bit about yourself and how you're planning to vote.
So my name is Fatima, and I'm a former public school teacher. I taught those very same children that are living in poverty in some of the poorest areas of our city. And I am going to be voting. I already voted for Hillary Clinton, but I consider myself a libertarian. And the reason that I voted for Hillary Clinton is because I feel like Donald Trump has built a campaign on racism and built a campaign on tearing people down instead of building them up. The comments that he's made about women, the comments that he's made, the racist comments that he's made about people of color, I couldn't imagine having a leader of our country say those types of things in public or even in private. You know, Hillary Clinton has a lot of flaws, and I don't agree with everything that she's done, but I work with those same children who are so terrified that they're going to be deported. Children who were brought here against their will, children who have grown up here, and they are scared to fill out college applications because a student even told me, Miss Busray, I'm too scared to fill out my college application. I don't want the government to be able to trace me. I don't want to be torn from my family. And that is what Trump's entire campaign has been about, instilling fear in people, and that's not the type of country that I'm a citizen of.
Okay, all right, so he's instilling fear. It's not just sound bites. These are words that are having a real impact. We've got some more Trump supporters on this table, I know. So somebody come back at that. Somebody tell me why you would still vote for him, even after the things he said. Go for it.
Well, I don't think what Donald Trump has been saying is racist. I think he wants to protect our national security and our borders. Separate from the issue of immigration from the South is the immigration, the Syrian immigrants who Hillary and President Barack Obama are already bringing over, who cannot be vetted. So we think about terrorist attacks. And for me, the most important thing, and the reason why I voted for Mr. Trump, is for jobs and the economy. Republicans will help to create jobs that are leaving our country. When we tax the large businesses, when we tax the small business owner, they can't afford to operate anymore. They close their doors. That cuts jobs.
My name is Tiana Jenkins. I'm from the Houston, Texas area. Been in San Antonio for a year. Basically, I'm voting for Hillary Clinton because I believe that Hillary Clinton, she's with the Black Lives Matter movement, and the biggest issue in the USA is racial issues. Black people are hurting, and I am a black woman, and I feel that we need a president in the White House that's going to mend our hearts and basically just put this country back together.
You're sat around the table with some Trump supporters. You want to come back on that? Go on.
Well, I guess as far as Black Lives Matter goes, I kind of feel like the ostensible message is we want to be just like everyone else. But then whenever they're rioting and looting and getting into trouble for it, they're upset and they feel like it's everyone else treating them wrong because they're black. It's not because they're black. I know my brothers have never had a bad experience with police officers because they behave themselves, they dress appropriately, they're just act like ordinary citizens. And I think that it's I understand that it might be frustrating, but if you look like someone who's a threat and you get treated like someone who's a threat and then you want to complain about it, it doesn't really, I can't sympathize, I guess.
I would just like to say, in this land of the United States of America, every person has the same opportunity, whether you're white, black, Hispanic. I've never experienced racism here in San Antonio as a Hispanic female. I could never support Hillary Clinton for so many reasons.
All right, well, I just want to come over here because we've got a couple of people with us who are not keen on voting for either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, or perhaps undecided. Mia, have you heard anything that's going to make up your mind and convince you to vote for either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump?
No, I have not. I don't think that, I mean, other people's opinions do matter, but as far as for my own, I don't believe that, I don't want to have to pick the lesser evil out of both.
Okay, and Matt, how about you? Is that how you feel still?
They both have very good ideas, but they also both have some bad ideas too, and it's just kind of, just not really good. It's like a reality show.
Okay, it's like a reality show. That has been said before. One will win. Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton will become president. So let's just end on perhaps hopefully a slightly kind of forward-thinking and optimistic note. Roman, I'll come back to you first. If Hillary Clinton wins the election, what do you think is the best way forward? And can you and everyone who's supporting Trump actually work with that at all?
I believe we can. I believe I'm of a firm belief that you're in charge of your own destiny. As long as the government allows you to work your business and have your freedom to choose and have free speech, we could do anything.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what we're doing here today, hearing from everybody's opinions. And I'm going to come back to you, Myra, because you spoke first about Hillary Clinton. If Donald Trump does win, what's the way forward?
He won't, but at every level, no matter the outcome, I think it is the responsibility of everybody in this room and everybody in this country to continue to hold elected officials accountable, to continue to hold them accountable to what we want our communities represented. I think that is very important to continue, regardless of political party and affiliation, to continue to be involved, to continue to follow politics, to continue to be from national down to local level, to follow the issues, follow the legislature, to advocate for the communities that we know are suffering, are hurting.
Okay, all right. Thank you all very much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. We're out of time, but we've heard some very strong opinions from young Americans on either side of the debate, Trump supporters and Clinton supporters here in San Antonio, Texas. Trump versus Clinton, America will have to decide in a few days' time. Thanks for watching.